Now, I did a video initially about Carrie Champion and her comments about the people that supported Trump, right? And in the video, I spoke about how she basically, in a way, was talking about the black male supporters of Trump, a high number than any other conservative president ever. Not ever, but in a long time, I would say. Now, there are people saying, well, black men don't strongly support Trump. What are you saying? I'm saying it's not just black male support. It's support from minorities across the board. Black men were just included in that. They were part of the millions of people that voted for Trump. Okay? And that's what the meaning was. Some people took that as I'm saying a high percentage of them voted. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a higher percentage of melanated men went to support Trump over Joe, right? And we can see it basically from a vocal minority. There was a vocal minority of melanated men who decided to say, you know what, I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of me. So they decided to say, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to support the candidate that I feel like has my best interest at heart. And there were a lot of people that took issue with it. You had these Caucasian liberals who took issue with it. You had these celebrities who are bought and paid for who took issue with it. You have these so-called sports commentators like your Jamel Hills and your Carrie Champions trying to shame people that they don't even know for choosing to vote the way that they wanted to. This is where things have become. People want to control the way that you speak. And I'm sorry, this is America. You can't control how I speak or what I think. But this is the thing. It's like these people have control issues. And their control issues is driving them to act the way that they are acting. And then you have these women like Carrie Champion who can't keep a man. Probably can't get one. Jamel Hill is probably dating a man who she's financially supporting. That's why she's so bitter towards black men. But it's better than having nobody. Having somebody is better than not having anybody. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. Having somebody is better than not having anybody. That's why they do their show together, being bitter towards the world when they're making tons of money. I believe Jamel had, a $5 million buyout? It was either her, no, I believe it was her. She had I think they settled, but she left with a bag, right? That's when ESPN was trying not to be so woke. They were trying not to be so woke. So they say, we got to get rid of these heifers, man. We can't have these heifers messing up our money. We losing subscriptions. Our ratings are down the drain. They went and got new leadership and all for naught. Because as soon as this CV situation happened, they went right back to where they were. Go for what you know, right? But here you have, and I said this in my video. Hopefully y'all go and check it out if you haven't already. Make sure y'all like the video too. There's a lot of people's thumbs in it down. They were hurt. They were upset. Carrie Champion has dated outside of her ethnic group. But she wants to call out a system of oppression from Caucasian people. A lot of the opportunities Carrie Champion got was from Caucasian people. But she wants to get on social media and act like she had to scratch and claw her way to getting what she wants. Maybe she had, I don't know. But she has been able to gain a lot in her career, from being on the Tennis Channel to being on First Take. to the opportunity that she has now at Vice. Her and Jamel Hill have always landed on their feet. You know why? Because society makes sure that black women have an opportunity to succeed, that they don't have an opportunity to fail. They get every opportunity to succeed. Now let me show y'all this tweet. This tweet, and shout out to everybody that's been sharing this tweet. To me, this tweet went kind of viral, because I don't have a lot of tweets that has this much engagement like this, But this tweet had a lot of engagement. I appreciate it. It says, "Why are these black women melting down over black men thinking for themselves?" That's an interesting question. I think we all would like to know why they're melting down. Why you got the Pam Keats of the world bringing out the fact that there were 20% of black men who are not on the plantation. There are 80% of these guys who are mentally just, they don't understand what's going on in the world. They just vote based off of who they're with. It just shows you that these guys live and breathe emotion, and they think on emotion. That's what their life is at. Shout out to you. Now, this tweet again, I posted it on my community tab on Twitter, on Facebook. My community tab on YouTube, man. I can't even show you the comments there, man. They're going crazy. Shout out to And there was one female. She said that I think she might have responded on Twitter, and she said that I'm trying to start a gender back and forth for gender war, and that's not the case at all. I'm just pointing out the fact that it just seems like they want us as melanated men to be controlled. They want us to do as we're told. They want us to go along. No, I refuse to go along with what is told to me. I don't want somebody to tell me that, just vote this way. It don't matter how much they're going to run the country into the ground. It doesn't matter how much they're going to allow people who can't even speak English to live in your communities. That don't matter. What you need to do is agree with us, side with us, and you won't deal with any criticism. Well, I'm sorry. I don't care about the criticism. I would rather get criticized than sit up here and live a lie, and sit up here and not be honest with myself and say, you know what? We do not need, especially as men, as black men, to walk around afraid and ashamed to think for ourselves. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm not about to sit up here and be afraid to think the way that I want to think when I know I'm right. When you look at the policies that a lot of black people support, it is hazardous to themselves and the people around them. This is why foreigners or have all these different businesses in your communities, because you don't care about your community. The only time that you care about your community is when you're on YouTube or when you're on Facebook or when you're on Twitter. That's the only time these people care about their community. Meanwhile, you got the Indians, and you got the Pakistanis, and you got the Israelis, or whomever, running all these businesses in your community, and you don't say nothing. You don't ask all those black politicians who are on the city council to do anything because they're on the take. You don't go to your religious leaders, whether you are Christian or whatever. You only care about the betterment of racial relations, the betterment of economics when you're on here making videos, goofy videos no one cares about. When you're on Facebook or Twitter looking for attention, or Instagram, that's the only time these people are actually trying to fix things. It's just like with these black male Biden voters who are constantly, trying to, I guess, troll. I don't know. They're showing their support for Biden, And then those same guys will complain about black women. And it's like, bro, those women aren't going to change. These laws aren't going to change if you're voting with those women who want to keep things as is. So your life is going to continue to be exactly what it is. And you'll have nobody to blame but yourself. Because, see, I actually want true change. A lot of these people want the status quo because it's comfortable. But what about the people that have children? What about the people that actually have to live in these communities that want betterment? What about the people who dream of getting out of their city or getting out of their neighborhoods? When all they have to look around and see is people who are afraid. You're afraid of the white ghosts. But it's just I think the fear of failure keeps black people exactly where they are. They are afraid to actually go out here and do for themselves because they might be successful. They might actually succeed. And that's what you need. You need success, not failure. But you cannot be afraid to fail. Failure is going to happen. You learn from it. You know how many rich and successful people have failed at least once in their life? It teaches you what you should avoid and how you should learn from those situations. That's why I do videos about, what could be learned from this. What could be learned from that? It just seems like a lot of these black people aren't learning anything. They want the status quo, then they want to complain about it. Well, just understand that by voting for people like Joe Biden, you want things to stay the same. You're okay with things staying the same. You're okay with it.
American is supposed to be about democracy, so why should someone like Carrie champion and others tell us who we should vote for?
Thank you,
SMH.
Abby. Well, you would think that this is America. You would think that we should be able to, because this is the last democracy. Like, this is it. Once they start to censor free speech here, there's going to be nowhere for you to go to say what you want to say. No matter what side of the political aisle you're on, if they don't like what you're saying, they're gonna make sure that you stop. They're gonna deplatform you. But yeah, Carrie Champion and others, they're just gatekeepers. They're there to keep us in line. They're there to keep us voting a certain type of way, shaming people like Carrie Champion was, shaming other people who didn't vote the way that she did, even though she's nothing more than a wannabe white girl who wishes she was white, who's envious of that. That's why she's on TV saying what she's saying, because she's envious of Caucasian women. She wishes she was one, but she ain't, and she never will be. And that mindset carries over to them saying just the craziest thing. Like, all the opportunities that Carrie Champion has ever gotten, her and Jamel Hill, have been because of Caucasian people. Those are facts. All those opportunities that she's had to get on TV, to now be over at Vice, and even other opportunities have been because Caucasian people have have extended the hand of opportunity to you, and you took it. I don't see you on Revolt TV, where Diddy allegedly owns it. No, you're on Vice. So I think these people are complete hypocrites. They don't even support. They won't even support the black platforms like that because they still want to be mainstream or lamestream. So